Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Auto. I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Do I remember what I did last episode? No! As a matter of fact, no, I do not. The reason why I do not remember, specifically, is because it has been a couple of days, and I've also off-camera, I have done a quest or two off-camera to unlock PvP. So I've been doing some PvP to get some PvP glamours going, eventually. I already have something going, but I still need to dye it, and I don't think it's gonna be the thing that I'm gonna go with. And that's this over here. So all of this should still be black, basically. Like either jet black like this, kind of. Although, well, whatever. I'll have to see, but I'm thinking about, in any case, making it just one uniform color and maybe changing the central piece too. I have some other ideas too, but, well, yeah. That's gonna have to take a while, because I don't have that stuff readily available. Need to do, like, daily PvP stuff for that. In the meantime, I can also level up my classes, which is not a bad thing, because, you know, the more that I level up off camera, the less I have to explicitly go out of my way to grind. Anyway. I think I finished off Thanalan? I'm pretty dang sure that I've done all of the quests in Thanalan that I could. Man, I wish I remember. Also, Newfound Journey is another special quest, like another seasonal quest. So I'll probably do that at a later point too. I think if I go into the Eastern menu, then I can see quests. No, I cannot. I need to go to these locations. That's fine by me. It's a simple click away. So Goldsmith, Miner, Weaver, Red Mage, and some other stuff which is about crafting. Okay. And then this one over here does have the... Okay. So I'm done in Ul'dah. I'm pretty dang sure that I'm done with everything in Thanalan. But I think I'm gonna double check just in case. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about... For a second I forgot about the ridiculous... Like, the robe is fine, but the pants underneath is... Or panties, basically, because it might as well be panties. So I've done that one. Let's go. I'm just gonna go through Thanalan and see if there's anything else that I may have missed. Because otherwise we are just going to move on to the next region, which I think was gonna be La Noche. That's what I was gonna work on next. Let's go to Eastern, and then Southern. And then Northern. Northern. Yeah. Just gotta double check, because I'm... I was about to say I'm stupid, but that's not correct. I'm just a forgetful dude. That's what the thing is. I'm a man who forgets lots of things. Yeah, right, we did get this one over here. So I should probably do those beast tribe quests at some point too. I may also forget about it, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's gonna be something I'm gonna work on off camera. However, we're going to see the story cutscenes. I will record those. And then there's nothing in Blue Fog, so yes, we are indeed done. Yeah. I think this is the reason why I was in Limbs Elemento. Because why would I otherwise be there? Am I right? Yeah. Wait, I actually did a couple of these quests. I remember now. Yeah, I did already do a couple of these quests in Limser. Let's go and do the thing down here. Back in the water. Hello. The calamity really knocked the wind out of the fishing industry's sails, but fisherfolk are starting to return to the seas once more. It's past time I did the same. But before I can put out to sea again, I need to have a new boat built. Our guild has always commissioned Naldic and Vimelis, sorry, for its crafts, but they're beastly busy these days. If you want for something to do, mayhap you could run over to the Armorers Guild and consult with Forge Master Hananzaima instead. I would know how long you might expect to have to wait. Blah 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 blah. Let's go to the second level. Or the upper decks. Oh, there are a sizable amount of quests over here. That's creepy. So this is for the event. And you can very faintly hear the song Answers in the back. Which is quite a song. If you're looking for a place to wet your whistle, Scrag, I'd advise you to turn tail and run. Captain Roswin's in no mood to be entertaining customers this eve, and even when she is, she ain't particularly good at it. Though maybe dealing with a customer is sort of shite, what might shake her from her doldrums. But if you mean to venture inside the missing member, you'd best be remembered to pay your proper respects to the captain, lest you ain't afraid of going missing. Kneeling for her should be a good start. Emotes. Did you know that you can do emotes? Yes. Slash Neil. Oh, so she knows her place. Good. I know the Kraken's in the at the same sense of propriety. Watch us keep seizing every Guardian ship we can take a crack at him. Or before we can take a crack at him. It is a sorry state of affairs when your crew's reduced to preying on the leavings on that mangy bunch of man boys. My younger self would be right disappointed to see how far we've fallen. Slash disappointed. Disappointed. Oh, it's not two S's. Whoopsie. What? Oh, it's not. I am very good at English. You can see that my grammar is just amazing. Also, wow, then I don't think I've seen disappointed before. So you do know something. I'm something of my pain. But your sympathy ain't worth more than a pint of piss. It's all it's well and good. We got the Admiral's permission to capture Guardian ships. What's the use of you keep on getting beat to your prey? We build a reputation reaving right of the coast of Ilbrand, not sailing a dozen moms into the bleeding sea. A few Imperial dogs found in Laminzan territory get snatched by krakens hunting in open waters. I rallied me crew spirits when I said we were reviving the old ways, but after all our struggles, they seem resigned to letting those bastards have all the fun. And slash rally, which is the freaking that's such a weird rally. Huh? You're trying to make light of me, Dilemma? Don't push your luck, Scrag, or I'll gut you with a hook, like a regular pirate. Wait, that's it? We're pirates, goddammit! So you should think like pirates. Bugger keeping the Minza waters safe will raid supply shipments to the Guardian outpost along the coast of Eldernard. Ha 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 ha! It's so blatant simple, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Thank you for your unintended inspiration, Scrag. To think I almost had you fed to the sharks. Pirates. The best dialogue. I gather your meeting with the captain went well. I could hear her crackling all the way out of here. Well, whatever you did, thank you for doing it. Last thing we needed was her going on another rampage, moving in swap decks. Deck swaps and leaving us with less meat. It ain't easy playing by the Admiral's rules, but if anyone can find a way, Captain Roswin can. Ba, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. I think these are both the armor and blacksmith quests here. And a boat for the Fisherman's Guild? I'm afraid now isn't the best time. You see, we have recently taken on a commission for a galleon. This task alone is our hands full. But look, I will see what I can do. The Fisherman's Guild has long been one of our best clients, and I would be loath to disappoint Sisipu. It may yet take a while, but I shall endeavor to have her boat ready in a timely fashion. Why'd I get ethers? They're useless. Now you need some trifling task to pass the time? Then I have just a job for you. Battleron is offering a reward when adventure we slay at least 5 wharf rats. There's no shortage of the pest lurking outside the Tempest Gate, so you should hurry and take advantage of this opportunity. Ah, yes. Time to murder wharf rats. Such a good song. Let's go to the Maelstrom. Or the Maelstrom command, to be precise. And get some of these other quests around here. So let the hunt begin, Maelstrom. I'll wager a salty swab as yourself be keen. Do you know what went on in the big parlay? Upshot is, the Ursian Alliance called for the Unts. What's that? Unts? A set like with harpoons and narwhals. The Unt be a system what puts a bounty on them, what flout the law. It don't matter whether they be men or beasts. If you slay the troublemaker, you get a reward. Ah, it's a nice bit of cooperation, of course. We still fight like squid and whales out in the interlands. If the Alliance thinks that people haven't noticed a lot of them are drunk on seawater, I have no idea what the fuck is happening in this dialogue. But it's neither here nor there for you. Nay, 'tis the Unt we need you for. Put down some marks, contribute to the peace, the common folk will thank you for it. If you've got a mind to learn more, add on into Maelstrom Command and speak with the Unt Buildmaster. The bloke can tell you all about the details. And we also have highway robbery. Lieutenant Ladair, I know not what brings you to Maelstrom Command this day, but I can hardly fault your timing. Aye, we have a situation on our hands, we do. Not days ago, a convoy of ours was ambushed en route to Limsa, and a goatly shipment of saltpeter plundered from our very ants. The scurvy dogs responsible for the act struck swiftly and under darkness, so we've yet to figure out who they are, much less bring them to justice. Saltpeter, as you may know, is a key ingredient in fashion in fire sand. Whatever our foe may be plotting, like us not, it involves an arty share, right, of fiery death and destruction. Command has dispatched an elite regiment to the field to investigate, but clues have proved harder to come by. And after decent pint of ale at sea. Leading the investigation is a good comrade of mine. Well, I'd like nothing more than to lend me strength to your search. I can't very well shirk my duties here. If you find yourself itching for adventure, you could do worse than to make for Swiftport and seek out one Lieutenant Sketchwiz. Just say the Trackrit Center. Yikes! Hello, Handbill Master. Care to sign on to a hunt? Excellent, excellent. You appear suitably flinty-eyed and rough-knuckled. Bear with me as I cover the basics. The hunt board is your first step. Quite so. These bills, you see, each one represents a mark that can be hunted for bounty. Your keen eyes will have noticed that there are not one but two kinds of bills. Regular and elite. The latter is more challenging, and before you go after one of them, you may want to consult a hunter scholar. These people are veterans of the hunt who can recite the Reimdal Codex by heart. The rest is straightforward. Slay the mark, complete the hunt. For each kill, you will receive a sum of in-allied seals, which can be used to purchase exclusive wares. I hope you won't hesitate to return. In addition to exchanging the seals rewards, I am ever ready to explain the hunt in greater detail. Best of luck to you, adventurer. Till sea swallows all, and take heart. I've heard it said that many go to the hunt, and most return alive. Allied seals are a type of common currency minted by 3 grand companies forming the Eurasian Alliance. The seals are most commonly distributed as rewards for tracking down and slaying marks, designated in the realm-wide hunts. Mark bills posted once a day, Earth time, and elite mark bills posted once a week, Earth time, can be accepted by hunt boards located with something, and yeah. You can also exchange these for different things. You can get all of these storm bits. Wow. A bike horn? Fuck yes. Wow. I've never really taken a look at this gear, I noticed. Is it special though? A little bit, yeah. Actually, yes. As a matter of fact, it is a little bit on the special side, but you can't really dye it, which is a little bit unfortunate. Ooh. I like this. We also have these like bonuses basically, if you wear the full set. Oof. That ain't particularly amazing. There's some interesting stuff in here, that's for sure. Let's see. Disciple of War. Oh, and then we have like this very interesting looking gear. I have no idea why, but these things exist and they are weird. Most of them in any case. However, you can dye some of them, so... They're actually not as weird as I remember them being. Well, some of them in any case. Some of them are still kind of weird, but whatever. Let's go and take a look, I guess. I do find this stuff to be quite interesting indeed. And what are the Disciple of Magic ones? Oh, right. The Even Star and the Day Star. Yeah, this is a choice right here. A fashion choice, for sure. Day Star is even worse. Both of them are pretty dang bad, I would say. Oh my god! Wow. Definitely a choice. Yeah, these things are interesting. What else do you sell for other stuff? And oh, you actually sell the unidentified stuff. I never even noticed. Alexandrite, I do know. I do remember that being a thing that you could get. Wind up succubus and treasure box. Wow, once again, never knew that. You can also buy all of these riding maps, which will increase your mount speed in all these areas. You know. Except the thing is you can fly, so what's the point? And flying is still the fastest way of moving, so... Your hearing must be exceptional, Lieutenant there, If you did not overhear the Link Pro report, then why... Well, no matter. You're here now, and we certainly could use your aid. Whatever. I have just received word that raiders have sunk a civilian vessel in the Strait of Milthor. One of our warships is en route as we speak, though I fear there will be little left for them to find. I'm uncomfortably familiar with tales of pirates looting and even commandeering their targets. But to sink the ship entire, an excessively brutal act, even for a buccaneer. No, I'd wager a cold hard coin that those thrice-damned fishbacks are behind this. Them and their Serpent Reaver lackeys, so Hagen must have to answer for. Vengeance will be forthcoming, but let us first focus on rescuing what poor souls we may. While the warship scours the water, I would have you head to eastern Lanoche and look for any survivors washed up on the sands of Bloodshore. One of my soldiers, Private Will Falk, has been deployed to coordinate the search. Speak with him when you arrive, and he will direct your efforts to where they are most needed. May Limrian guide your steps. Right. Cool. So much stuff. So much dialogue. Log. I cannot wait until we get to the cores of Bahamut. It's gonna be so cool. So you want to be a culinarian? Right. Hello. Oh, you've returned. I hope you do not harbor any ill will towards me for my earlier deception. You see, I believe the most important lesson for a green adventurer to learn is that she should always question the motives of everyone she meets. If I've given offense, allow me to make it up to you with some advice. Tell me, have you visited the Eyes outside the Tempest Gate and past Madman Bridge? The sentries stationed there to... My god. There keep watch over the road. And when trouble arises, they sometimes turn to outside help. If you wish to make a name for yourself as a trustworthy adventurer, you should speak with Anquita at the Eyes and offer your assistance. These days, poor Badaron's so busy looking after others, he hasn't been able to look after himself. He deserves something for his efforts. Whenever he's in his cups and starts speaking of the old days, he never fails to mention Aurelia. Seems he and his mates used to eat the creatures on occasion. Or Aurelia, whatever. It's obvious he still has fond memories of that life, so I'm thinking a few Aurelia umbrellas might be something you'd appreciate. Could you help me by procuring 4 of them? If you're willing to help, speak with Clindril by the Aft Castle. She knows her various wild beasts congregate. Congregation. Greetings then. Badaron has been most effusive in his praise of your accomplishments. Have you considered putting your abilities to use for the Adventurers Guild by undertaking a levy or guild lift or two? Guild levies or guild lifts? Sorry. I have pain. Suddenly, ow. Ooh. Yep, that's a crime. Anyway. Guild lifts are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry, prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft levies that require the extermination of monsters to tradecraft levies that ask the creation of goods, the tasks we term leaf quests or levy quests, whatever, are many and varied in their nature. Should you your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Swiftport and speak with the Swixskiff. He'll be happy to set your feet on the path to completing your first leaf quest. We all know how it feels to have one too many. To have had one too many. I don't. That's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later, ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness are somehow my fault. Take this impressive-looking journal right here. As oft used as it seems to be, I've no doubt its owner is tearing up the town searching for its prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rogadin who enjoyed his drink. Seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars, Quintanin. Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, Badron docked my wages. Right. Have I seen who? Look, just because I spend more nights at a wench than in my own home, doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute. That bloody book! Why didn't you say so sooner? That tight-arsed bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was heading for ale, poor guy. Where else, the scurvy sop? Nimea Willen, he's still stranded at the ferry docks. Though the gods know it won't help me get my guilt back. Okay, there's also another continuation of this thing. But I think I'm gonna get all of these other quests up here first. License to breathe. I feel like the quests in the towns are usually the most annoying ones to complete. Because they sometimes require you to go like in areas around the town instead. Or just everywhere, like in a lot of these. Oh well. La Hono! Hello. So many Mikote over here. Beg your pardons, good madam, but you are an adventurer, are you not? I realize this is sudden, but we urgently need help restocking our larders. We are in the midst of preparing a full-course meal for soon arriving guests, but I fear we are short on fresh lamb for the main course. I'd be grateful if you could procure 4 slices for us. I dare say it would be quickest to obtain these directly from the source, wild lambs. In case you are unfamiliar with the creatures, I suggest you speak with Abbilfar, a sentry stationed in Bulwark Hall, just below the Drowning Wench. Right. Hello. Latusha. We spare no effort to ensure that all our patrons enjoy the finest food and hospitality, and so it is doubly hurtful when someone decides to leave without settling the bill. Nary a bell ago, a first-time patron did just that. Risushmo is the one who lovingly prepares the man's meal. She is quite upset by the whole affair and has taken it upon herself to draw an illustration of the offender. Might I trouble you to deliver it to the Yellow Jackets on our behalf? Risushmo should be done adding the finishing touches by now. Hello. I poured my heart and soul into that grilled dodo. If I ever get my hands on that scoundrel, I'll grind his bonus to make my bread. Here it is, my rendition of the criminal. Please deliver it to Godabird. Or Goatbird. Whatever, at the Coral Tower. He will know what to do. To the Coral Tower we go. How many quests can I actually take? I can take 30 quests, alright. Good to know. Hello, Modern. You're one for coin, adventurer. How'd you fancy working for the Kraken's Arms, one of the greatest pirate crews in Limsa? If you're interested, take yourself up these here steps to the balcony above and talk to Carvelin, our captain. Do right by him, and he'll do right by you. Hello. Greetings, friends, and welcome to the 7th stage. Purveyors of the finest spices from the east. All of our products are guaranteed obtained through completely legal means. Oh, you do not seek spices, but employment. Well then, let us speak of how you might be of service to our organization. Our Misery returned from her last voyage bearing exotic spices never before seen in Eorzea. I prepared 2 samplers, each of which I would have you deliver. I would have you deliver to certain individuals. The first is for Gnad, whom you will find at the Coral Tower. The second is for Master Linskath, the head chef of the Bismarck. And do make certain the right person gets the right set. Go now, and return here once you've accomplished the task. Ah, yes. Doling out spice. AKA drugs. Probably. Hello. Welcome to the headquarters of the Yellow Jackets, and the Keepers of Peace in Lim Salaminta. Is there all I can assist you with? 7-stage sampler. A set of containing several exotic spices and instructions on how they can be used. Not something you would expect from the captain of a band of bloodthirsty pirates. A sample of spice courtesy of the 7th stage, you say? There's no mistaking it. This is fire sand, and the kind used by the Guardians besides. Quite interesting. Or intriguing. Very well, we will consider placing an order. Oh? You thought that you had brought me spice? Had brought me spice. I see you're not familiar with Caravalanism. Nisms, whatever. For the sake of convenience, he uses the word spice to refer to literally anything he has procured on the high seas. Lest you worry, the man isn't engaged in any activity that is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader, a heavily armed one, who represents Lamin's interest in eastern lands. Bill created the Bismarck, and you have an artist's rendition of the man? A drawing of a man? pieced together from descriptions given by eyewitnesses to his crimes most tedious. What in the 7 hells is this supposed to be? It looks more like the prow of a ship than a man's face. Look, we would like nothing more than to bring the offender to justice. It is our duty after all. However, we will need a little more to go on than this piece of art. It would be easiest for all involved if Rishusmo were to come here and answer some questions. Please relay to her as much. An alarming number of citizens have gone missing of late, though I suspect you've already heard the rumors. It is essential that we ascertain their safety. To this end, I have prepared a list based on reports from our citizens. Would you be so kind as to deliver it to my colleague in Bulwark Hall? Nadelica is her name. My thanks in advance, please. Right, off we go. I can just use the Ethernet. By the power of the Ethernet! Hello. Oh, so you spoke with Goldbird. within the bell, the Yellow Jackets will have that swindling scoundrel locked in a dungeon cell, and then I'll take my filleting knife and... Huh? Goldbird wants me to go to Coral Tower for questioning? What more information does he want in my drawing that my drawing doesn't already provide? Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? Yes, if it's a good picture. Hello. A new sample from the 7th stage. Alright, let's have a whiff of it then. Ain't smelling nothing like it before. The note that came with it says it's a root would grow in Othard. Last I heard, Arthur was under Imperial rule. How the 7 elves did Cavilling manage to get hold of this? And road, I reckon I can cook up something fresh and new with it. Thanks for your delivery, friend. Right, and then we go back to the 7th stage. Hello. Welcome back. It would seem both samples were rather well received, and this is no small part due to our affable career. 'Tis unfortunate, but notoriety accumulates over the course of years. Notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There's many still who are hesitant to do business with savage pirates. Yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this wave. With the Admiral's blessing, we engage in a form of trade with Guardian ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. Yes, within your law. Right. That's everything over here, so we can now go over to the Bulwark Hall. Actually, I would like to say that, but that is wrong. There was still something else that I missed. Hello. Welcome to Lim Salaminza. If there's aught you'd like to know, feel free to... You've got something for me, you say? A missing persons list? I'm not sure I follow. A disturbingly long list of people who have gone missing in recent moons. Thanks for bringing the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the city via the Zephyr Drift, which means they pass through Bulwark Hall. And that's why I'm on constant watch here, and undercover so as to keep an eye for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long. I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there are shady characters skulking about, you can rest assured I can pick them out. Hehehe. There we go. And then there's, another quest. Hello. Sounds like you're already on the Yellow Jacket's good graces. You truly are a model adventurer, a paragon among your fellows. You think you could do me a favor? You see, I'm supposed to go and fill up all the street lamps with oil so that they stay lit through the night. But thanks to this business of missing people, I can't simply up and leave my post. If you could tend to the street lamps in my stead, I'd be eternally grateful. Oh, and when you're finished, please fetch more oil from Sisyphus in the Fisherman's Guild. We're running low here. And she has care of our stores. And now we get to do that. Hello. Bismarck won't fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I could do with a slice myself. Fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juice. Sorry, friend. I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Anyway, you can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through the Zephyr Gate and follow the path east and south for a bit. You'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. Okay. Now, I think there was another thing in the upper decks, or no? No, I was wrong apparently. Let's go and do the street lamp stuff then. The bloody street lamps. Guttering street plant. A street plant? Yes. Impressively bound journal, unceremoniously forgotten under a table at the drying bench. If you're used to lids, it reeks of fish. Yes, they use fish oil. Oil. Fish oil. Use it. Do it. Yes. Hello, Charlian maiden. Whomst I won't be talking to for a long ass time. This, my friends, is true gameplay. Who needs to do crazy raiding when you can do stuff like this? Oh, trust me, we will get to some raiding stuff. We're also going to do the EX fights, for instance. However, the one thing that I don't think we're going to do is savage stuff. Mayhaps. Maybe in the future or whatever, but I don't think so. It requires a lot of planning and all that jazz. Hello, Sisyphus. You're doing what? What am I to do with that girl? She has the nerve to ask me for work, twaddling tripe by the savings, only to foist it on the first adventure that comes along. Being young and pretty does not give you license to shirk responsibilities. I shall get her oil all right, and a piece of my mind to boot. Apparently we have a very lazy person on our hands. Dragonborn. If you have business with me, be quick about it. My ferry and my next great adventure await. My journal? Why, I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friends. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons, har har. Did you steal a glance at its pages, perchance? No? A shame that, for this book contains, how might I say it, a record of my numerous adventures. Quite an inspiring read, if I do say so myself. Which I believe I just did, har har. You have the air of an adventurer about you, and one almost as accomplished as myself. Had it been you across the table from me at the wench last night, I imagine the tales would have been great and the ale all the sweeter. Were there only some way for me to repay you? But of course, I have a fresh journal right here. That might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own? That one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that I shall be off. For adventure and a flagon or 20 of the realm's finest ale, calls me. Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the wench, do thank that Ellison fellow for his generosity. Har har. You now have access to the challenge log, which will serve as a record of your adventuring exploits. To open the logs, you can do that. So, the challenge log gives you a couple of things that you can do. Like complete 3 dungeons via duty roulette, complete 5 dungeons in general, and you get XP and money for it. So these are things that just kind of happen when you're doing stuff. And it resets weekly. And that's just about it. That's all it's about. Right. Now then, let's go and take a look, because I don't think that there's anything... Oh no, wait, there is still something in... no, so it was still there. Fucking... This game, I swear. By God, this game, by God. And suddenly we hear the sound of... a siren. Bad one actually likes Aurelia umbrellas? Gods. Never even considered trying to eat one of those foul things. Nevertheless, if it's Aurelia you seek, you ought to find plenty by the river just past the Tempest Gate and to the east. Right. Let's go and clean up the rest of these. And then I'll start doing the next region. And with the next region, I mean... Whew, like the next map. Because these quests will actually just be around here for the most part. Blah, 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 blah. Right, let's go and kill some wolf rats. One-shot them to be precise, because they're level 2 enemies. Pathetic. What the hell? This Gugu is also here. So the push is just running for the dear sweet life. Right, let's go and kill some lost lambs. In turn, I get some ladybugs to follow me. I didn't even need to do stone, but whatever. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. There we go. Okay. This is at Swift Perch for the levies. Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually missed a lot of other quests. Quests too. You will see. Hello. Greetings, lass. My name is ffXIV, and I'm in charge of assigning local left quests here at Swiftport. Tamakri sent you my way, did she? Well then, let's get you started. Right after we see if you've got the brass to overcome the challenges you're likely to encounter around these parts. Take a look over the task outline on this guild lift. You reckon you can handle it? Accepting guild lifts. Or guild lifts. So. Grabbing crabs. Good to hear. Now megalo crabs, they like to run off to their mates when they're feeling overmatched. If you don't want to find yourself armpits deep in snippers, then you'd best finish them quickly. Okay, so leaf quests. Oh, leaf quests. You need to go to your duty. I'm sorry, your journal. I have it, assigned to J, and then you need to actually initiate it. And then you can change left quest difficulty to they recommend 4+ levels, but it's still gonna be really underleveled to me because I am higher level, so you don't get synced for this. And there we go. And when you are done, you have the opportunity to accept a teleport back over to your level mate. And that's basically it. You seem to have had little trouble last. Here's the reward for your efforts. Right, and then we get a different bonus depending on how fast we did it, how difficult it was, and all that stuff. I reckon you'll do just fine with the rest of my jobs. And there's always plenty to do here at Swift Perch, with all the rebuilding and such. Be sure to make yourself useful. And then we get that. And now, this has opened up basically levies everywhere. So I should probably go back over to Thanalan at some point and get those. Now, let's go and get this one going. I think I'll do like this quest over here with Skitwis. Some of the more involved quests, I'll do those next episode. Blum, 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 blum. Dramatically. Expand dramatically. Let's go and kill some Aurelias. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Hello. You say someone told you to come to me for work, lass. I'm afraid you've been had. We're known to hire adventurers. This trip we always go through the Adventurers Guild. Even if I wanted to assign you duties, Yellow Jackets regulations prohibit me from doing so directly. Now, if you don't mind working in an unofficial capacity, I have a personal request I could make of you. You will do that at a later point. Let's go back over to Limsa. My god. Hello. Have you any luck obtaining the fresh lamb? Please hurry, the guests are arriving any moment now. Lamb meat so fresh it still smells of the mother's teeth. What the fuck? 4 slices of fresh lamb, and right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. This time, times like this, I feel fulfilled in my role. Used to be a chef myself, but but my skills weren't quite up to par. So when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be made its provisioner instead. This way, I can still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. That's nice. Now, wouldn't it be nice? Alright, Baderon. What? Like, Jesus. Like, look at this. Zdobby said an adventure might be dropping by to deliver something special. Are you, lass? The soft gelatinous body of an Aurelia, a delicacy, in Authart where it is dried, then sliced and mixed with oil of sesame and dragon peppers. Ah, else, lass, you didn't have to go through all this trouble. Just goddamn smell. I've hated Aurelia umbrella since I was a sellsword. It's only the nastiest shite I ever put in my mouth. I tried sprinkling it with salt and cooking it up over a campfire, which was still little better than chewing on driftwood. Try it for yourself, lass. You'll see what I mean. I don't think I will. Ah, so you slew a few rats. Good on you, lass. This bloke comes through the other day and plops this huge sack the size of a bleeding goobo on a counter, saying any man what slays rats can have something from within. When I inquire as to why, all he says is the damn noise they make when scurrying about is driving him insane. You ask me, though, he was already a bit touched. Something tells me the poor lad will never find peace. Oh, rip. Rip the dude. Okay, my friends, I do think that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to go and deal with these over here, unlocking 2 more beast types. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just Where I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode, we're going to go and do what I just said. Goodbye.